everyone, it's Yana here. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this week's video. If you're new here, I'm currently working as an au pair in Reykjavik, Iceland. You can watch all my previous videos on this topic, but in this video I wanted to give my tips and the things I noticed doing this job on how to be the perfect au pair. I think a lot of people going into this job, they don't really know what to expect. Some things you may believe that are really important may not be that important, and you may underestimate other aspects of this job. So in this video I'm gonna cover all that, so stay tuned. The first thing I'm going to mention is something that a lot of people think that it's really important to like kids to do this job, but it's actually not that important. Let me explain this. To become an au pair, you must like kids, but you don't have to be crazy about them, super in love with them. You don't have to be one of those people that every time they see a kid they're like, oh my god, you're so cute, because that thing is gonna last a week and then the kids are starting to get annoying. So other things are gonna be more important than your love for babies. So you have to like kids, you have to be able to stand them, but loving kids is not the most important thing. One of the most important things for me when working with kids is actually patience. It's really hard to be patient and to kind of following them, doing what they want and doing the games they want for hours and hours. You must be really patient, and if you get bored easily when playing with kids, maybe this job is not for you. Another thing is to be empathetic. You don't have to be a super empath, but you must have an extra sense on you, if you get what I mean. Because sometimes kids can be really hard to understand, so you must know how to get in their shoes and try to understand what they're looking for, what they want, if they're hungry, if they're sleepy. It's not always clear. The kids, mostly if they're young, and the younger the kid is, the harder it is to figure out what's going on in their brain. They're not always coming to you and telling you, look, I am hungry, give me food. Sometimes they just cry, they scream, and you don't get what's going on. You don't know if they're throwing a tantrum or if they actually need something. And that's why you need to be empathetic, because sometimes they're crying, but they're just sleepy and they don't know how to express that. So that's one of the most important things, probably, together with patience. Something else that's really important when working as an au pair is being independent. You don't have your mom making your laundry and cooking your food. Sometimes the family you're working with will provide meals for you when maybe the lady you're working with is cooking, in my case, but it may happen that you have to cook for the whole family sometimes, or maybe you just have to cook by yourself, and you need to be able to do that. You don't have to be a pro at this, you'll get used to it anyway, but just if you're a mama boy or a mama girl and you can't live without your mama, that's not the job for you, probably. Kinda connected to the previous point, you need to know how to clean. Your main job, it won't be cleaning, hopefully, unless you pick a very bad family, but cleaning is often an important part of being an au pair. I mostly spend time with kids. Cleaning is not my main duty, but it happens that I have to clean, and it's fine, like I know how to do it. But if you're never cleaned in your whole life, it's gonna be harder to do this job, because cleaning is part of taking care of the house. Last thing I want to mention is something that everybody knows it's related to kid, but I think that sometimes people going into this job, they don't really expect it, or they're still surprised when they find it. And that is that kids, they poop, they pee, and sometimes they pick their nose, they puke, and they may bleed, hopefully not, but like, you know, nosebleed and something. So if you're easily grossed out by this kind of things, don't do this job, because there's gonna be a lot. Some people are really sensitive to vomit or to blood, for example, and it may happen, like if the kid hits something and he starts bleeding, even like not something serious, even just like a small cut and they start bleeding, you can't just faint on the floor. They need your help. So you need to be able to take care of them. Even with vomiting, it's disgusting, but you have to clean it up, okay? So if you're one of those people that starts throwing up when they see vomit, maybe this job is not for you. I mean, kids are not vomiting every day. In general, some kids, they do puke a little bit every day. But in general, kids, they don't puke every day, so it's not like a big thing, but you have to be okay with it. Before doing my outro and finishing this video, I want to say that the first tips I gave are more general, and the last tips I gave, they are more related to smaller kids. So if you decide to become an au pair for kids that are older than 6 years old, most of the grossest things, you're not gonna see them that much. So if you're someone that's easily grossed out and it's not that much of an empath, maybe it's better if you take kids that are older. There are a lot of families that are looking for au pairs and they have kids over 6 years old. Those are better for you. So that's my general tip. I hope you found this video useful. If you found out something new you didn't know before, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos about being an au pair, about Iceland, and make sure you watch my previous videos on this topic. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!